Hello. Welcome to D&H Innovation. We are Caesar's distribution partner in the United Kingdom. You can order full range of Caesar products from us. Our full contact details could be found in the video descriptions below. In this tutorial we are going to show you how to use the Bookchanger software, which is specifically developed for the Czur M2030-Pro scanner. Bookchanger is a comprehensive software which allows you to scan dual-page books with the M2030-Pro scanner. It will get all the scanned images automatically processed. It also gives you the flexibility to adjust the automatically processed images afterwards, including adjust the curve corrections, cut the images, run OCR on the scanned images, and export the scanned images to a variety of formats including doc, PDF, JPEG and TIFF. Okay, first, let's start the Bookchanger software. Every time when you started Bookchanger, you will see this pop-up window which prompts you to set the root directory where you are going to store the scanned images. You can specify any locations on your computer to store the scanned images. When you are happy with your selection, click OK to confirm. This is the quick start window with some scanning tips. You can click on Start Scanning button to start a new scan right away, or you can click on Go to the main screen link to go to the software's main user's interface. This quick start window will pop up every time when the software is started. If you do not want it come up every time, you can click here to deactivate it. If you want to maximize or minimize the Bookchanger window, right-click on the top bar here and select the options you want. Now, here is the main user's interface of Bookchanger. On the top left is the shortcut menu for some most frequently used file commands. By clicking on the down arrow here, you can find the options to customize the shortcut menu and change its position. A full list of the file commands can be accessed by clicking on the Caesar logo here. From the file menu, you can find all the file commands including open, save, save as, JPG parameters setting, make PDF, undo, redo, restore the original image, and exit the program. The open command is used to import images that were scanned previously to the Bookchanger for error corrections or further editing. When import the previously scanned images, you will need to import the images and sets. What is a set of images? Well, as a dedicated book scanner, for each scan, M2030-Pro will capture two images, one for the left page and another for the right page. A set of images shall contain both the left and right book pages. When choose image files to import, please make sure you are importing both the left and the right page at the same time, otherwise, the program will not be able to import them. For example, we are now importing some images which we scanned before, to the program to show you how the import works. First, we click on the Caesar logo. Select Open. Choose the destination folder. Select 4 set of images which contain 8 individual images. 4 for the right page and 4 for the left. Click Open. As you can see from the thumbnail view window here, all 8 images has been imported to the program now. The Save command is used to save any changes made to the images, while the Save As command allows you to save the images as new files. The default image file format used by the scanner is JPEG. The JPG parameters setting command here lets you set the scanned image's DPI, pixels and compression rate. M2030-Pro support up to 350 DPI, which is good enough for high-quality prints. Its camera can capture up to 10 megapixels image. You can adjust the image compression rate as well. Bookchanger will set a default value for the JPG parameters according to your computer's specification. We would recommend users to leave those settings by default. The Make PDF command is used to combine the selected, or all of the images, in the thumbnail view window into a single PDF file. The Undo, Redo, and Restore the original image commands only apply to the Smart Cut and image flipping functions. Undo lets you to cancel your last operation. Redo allows you to reverse the Undo command, while Restore the original image command lets you cancel all the editing you've made. Under the shortcut menu, you will find the Home menu here. This is the Preview button. When click on this button, it will bring up the scanner's preview window, and that is where you can start a new scan job, which we will show you in details later. This is the Curve Adjustment menu, where you will find the curve correction commands. This is the Image Normalization menu, where you can access the Smart Cut and Image Flipping commands. This is the Flattening Operation button, which will apply the curve correction setting. And this is the OCR menu. Here is the caption bar, where you will see some useful tips randomly prompted by the program. You can close the caption bar by click on the close key here. You can also disable the caption bar from the program system settings here. Here is the scanned image thumbnail view window, where you will see a list of thumbnails for the scanned or imported images. You can change the thumbnail size by clicking on the S, M, and B icon here. S is for small size image, M for medium size, and B for big size. This is the drop-down selection tool. It gives you the options of selecting all the images, selecting right images only, selecting left images only, or cancelling your current selections. This is the blank page detection tool. When clicking on it, the program will analyze and detect any blank pages from the selected images. When any blank page is detected, you can decide if you want to remove them from the export file. The rename tool here allows you to change the prefix of the image files, so you can easily identify and sort the image files according to your preference. The original or processed image switch key here will switch the image thumbnail view between the original scanned image and the processed image. There is one important thing to mention about the switch key. When you are switching the thumbnail view, if you have large number of images in the current task, it may take a while for the switch to be done for all images. During the switch, please be patient and do not make any other commands in the program until all the image thumbnails are switched, otherwise, the program may crash. The empty key here will remove all images under the thumbnail view from the current task. Please note the empty key won't delete the actual images. All it does is remove the images from the current task. This is the image import key, which works the same as the open command from the file menu, which allows you to import previous scanned images to the program for further editing or processing. Here is the image operation window. It allows you to view the highlighted image in the thumbnail view in larger size for easier error correction and image editing. Here is the public setting panel, where you can change processing settings, adjustment settings, and the basic settings. By clicking on the pin icon, you can unlock or lock the public panel. When the public panel is locked, it will be fixed on the program's main interface. When it is unlocked and inactive, it will be hidden at the side of the screen to leave more spaces for the other windows. You can always bring up the public panel by clicking on this tab when it is hidden. Under the processing setting, you will find the color scheme settings, where you can decide if you want the scanned image to be processed in black and white mode, color mode, or seal mode. Under black and white mode, the image will be converted to a black and white image, while in the color mode, the image's original color will be retained. In black and white mode, you can adjust the background purity level in the scale from 1 to 10. The white background will be purer when the purity value is higher. However, please be aware when the purity level is set at a high level, some of the texts, especially the small-sized texts, may be erased in the background purify process. We would recommend a value of 5 to be set. In color mode, you can adjust the noise cancellation level in the scale from 1 to 6. The noise cancellation functions will reach its strongest when the value is set at 6, and reduced to the lowest when the value is set at 1. When the cancellation functions is at its highest level, it is possible that some details of the scanned image will be removed and cause blur on the image. We would recommend this value to be set at 3 to start. You will find the seal mode useful when the scanning object has a seal or stamp on it. In some countries, especially in Asia, stamps are widely used on official documents, and it may require the scanned image has the stamp retained in its original color for validation purpose. Under the seal mode, the image will be processed to a black and white image, while any detected stamps or seals will be retained in the original color. Under the color scheme selection are the advanced image processing options. You can decide whether you want the software to remove finger from the image, flatten detected curves on the page, and correct any detected slants. By default, all those functions are selected for the best image processing result. However, if you don't want any of those functions, you do have the choice to deactivate it, to speed up the image processing. The adjustment setting here are the options to adjust the view from the operation window. You can set the image at the operation windows to be displayed in an adapted height or width, or you can set the image to be displayed in its actual size. This is the rectangle selection tool. With the rectangle selection tool, you can select part of the image to resize it, move it, or delete it by right-click on your mouse and choose Clear Selected. If you want to save what you have done with the rectangle selection tool, click on the Save button to save it. Please note that, once you have saved the changes you made, the change cannot be withdrawn at a later stage. The slant correction allows you to correct the slant pages manually. To use the slant correct function, you need to define the slant angles. Click on the hand measuring button here, to draw a red line along the edge of the page first, then click on the slant correction button, then click on this automatic button to execute the slant correction command. The basic setting contains two tools. First is the switching key, which allows you to switch the view of the image in the main preview window between the original image and the processed image. The second tool here is the Move button. It allows you to move the image in the preview window by hold the left click on your mouse. At the very bottom here is the status bar. You can find basic information about the image in the main preview window, including the image resolution, DPI value, size, and the file location. The Restore mouse key works when using the Smart Cut tools. When drawing the boundary lines on the image before cutting, after you confirmed the cutting boundary, click on the Restore mouse key to save your drawing. Here is the Zoom adjustment bar, where you can zoom in or zoom out the image in the main preview window. Okay, that is all about the commands and functions on the main user's interface of Bookchanger. We will now show you how the actual scan works. First, we will clear the sample images that we previously imported to the program. Then click on the View Preview button to open the video capture window. In the capture window, you will see two preview windows here, one for the left camera and one for the right camera. These preview windows will show whatever captured by the cameras in real time. Now, let's place the book to be scanned on the V-Cradle. It is important to place the book in a correct position for an accurate and fast scan. Firstly, you need to make sure the top edge of the book is in parallel alignment with the edge of the preview window. Secondly, make sure the gap between the top edge of the book and the top edge of the preview window is in almost the same height, with a gap between the bottom edge of the book and the bottom edge of the preview window. Thirdly, make sure the distance between the book spine and the edge of the opposite book page is approximately the same in both preview window. Fourthly, make sure the book page is fully surrounded by the black background pad of the V-Cradle. Finally, when pressing the book page with your fingers, make sure your fingers are placed at the middle edge of the book and keep your fingers away from the book's contents. You can adjust the angle of the V-Cradle, the height of the vertical extension bar, and the camera's tilt angle to get the book correctly positioned. The book is now in the correct position and ready to be scanned. To the right of the preview windows is the Scan Options panel. In the status section here, you will see a camera icon and an eye icon. Click on the camera icon, will scan the pages in the preview window. You can also start the scan by pressing the foot pedal or the hand press button, which are supplied with the scanner. However, do not jump to start the scan before finishing the configurations. First, you need to adjust the camera's focus by clicking on the eye icon to autofocus the cameras. During the autofocus process, it is important to avoid any movements of the book or your hand under the cameras, which will cause autofocus error. This is the pending page indicator. Scanning a book page is very fast with M2030-Pro. However, the image processing will take longer than scanning. This indicator will tell you how many pages are currently pending for processing. Once the scan started, you cannot close the capture window until the pending number reduced to 0, which means all scanned pages have been processed successfully. The actual image processing time varies, depending on the performance of your computer. For a computer with 8 GB RAM and higher than 3.5 GHz CPU, the processing speed is around 1 second per page. Here is the camera exposure mode setting. You can let the camera to set the exposure value automatically, or you can click on Manual to set the exposure value manually. between 0 to 127. A higher exposure value will let the cameras capture more light, which means the image will look brighter, but that also means the image capturing time will be longer. We would recommend users to leave the exposure value to be set in auto mode to get a balance between the image quality and scanning speed. Here is the image storage location information box. When we first started the program, we have already been prompted to set the storage location, which is shown here. If you want to change the storage location, click on the folder icon to change it. This is the page width box, which is very important. You will need to input the scanned page's width in pixels every time you start a new scan job. Most of us will not know the page's width in pixels. That is when the ruler tool comes handy. By clicking on the ruler icon here, you will see a red line on the preview window over the book. By clicking on the book's edge from the preview window here, it will draw a red dot line on the left edge of book. Then clicking on the right edge of the page to draw another red dot line for the right edge. When both the left and right edge are defined, you can see the page's width value in pixels is automatically filled here. Here is the scanning mode selection and function settings. Those settings are basically the same as the ones in the public panel settings, which we have explained earlier. If you have configured them in the public panel before, you can just leave them as they are. However, if you want to make any changes, you can change it here. Now, we have finished all the pre-scan configurations. Let's make some sample scans. In this demo, we are using the foot pedal to trigger the scan. First, hold the book pages with your fingers, keep the pages as flattened as possible. Then press the foot pedal. When you see the red indicator on the scanner is extinguished, turn to the next set of book pages and press the foot pedal again to scan the new pages. As you can see, the scanning is fast. Actually, the scanning speed is depending on how fast you can turn the book pages, other than the scanner itself. We've now scanned 10 sets of book pages, so we are expecting to get 20 images, 10 for the left pages, and 10 for the right pages. All we need to do now is waiting for the pending number counter here to reach 0. Now, the pending number counter has reached 0, which means all the scanned images have been processed according to our configurations. Let's close the capture windows and go back to the main user's interface to review the scanned images. As you can see here in the thumbnail window, all the 20 images are here. The default view is the original scanned image. Click on the switching button here. We will see how the processed images look like. To avoid any possible processing errors, we will now review the images one by one. As you can see, all the scanned images have been processed and converted into black and white images, properly extracted from the background, cropped and flattened as we want. Sometimes, image processing errors can occur, or you may just not happy with the automatic image processing result on a particular page. In that case, you can fine-tune the images. We will cover the image fine-tune functions in another tutorial. We hope you find this tutorial video helpful. If you have any questions, please be free to contact us. Thank you for watching and we will see you next time.